think it's time that I break out of my shell. I want to make a Smash moveset for a non-video game character. And generally, the first character that I'm sure comes to everybody's mind as the most wanted candidate is, of course, Son Goku from the Dragon Ball series. Oh geez, this is not a good idea. Yeah, I get it. Goku's a very popular character, and being as avid of a fighter as he is, of course people want to see him duke it out with the likes of Mario and such. But Goku's just way too powerful! I mean, yeah, I know all of the Smash characters have their powers scaled to put them on even footing. I mean, I'm fairly certain that canonically characters like Pichu or Olimar should not stand a chance against the likes of Ganondorf or Ridley. But with Goku, man, this guy's just too strong! And he's only getting stronger, having enough power to destroy whole galaxies! No one in Smash is even remotely capable of doing that! So here's my big question. How can I scale Goku down to be able to stay true to what he can do as a character without making it look forced or hokey? Goku, age 12 from the original Dragon Ball series. I know a lot of people love Dragon Ball Z for its high-paced action, but personally, I loved the original Dragon Ball the most. This was back before Goku was really seen as all-powerful, and more so seen as an anomaly than anything else. Fights were more down to earth, and every character felt on par with one another. I feel Goku as a child is the best way to fit him into the setting of Super Smash Bros., both in his fighting style, design-wise, and with the abilities that he had at that age. So with all of that said, let's get into Goku's potential as a Smash fighter. Goku would be a pretty balanced fighter with a lot of combo potential for attacks. He'd be relatively fast and have some decent force behind his attacks, but he'd also be pretty easy to KO, being a generally lightweight fighter. He'd only have 2 jumps, yes, only 2 jumps. Goku didn't learn how to fly on his own until he became an adult, and he'd be able to wall jump. Now before I get started, this is actually what I'm going to be doing for Goku. Yes, Goku was originally a manga character, not a video game character, which is why Sakurai will never put him into the Smash games, as he only wants characters with video game origins. So with that in mind, I'm going to be making a rule for myself when it comes to making movesets for non-video game originated characters. Their moveset must be inspired from their appearances in video games. So if a character never appeared in a video game, or not enough video games to the point where I would need to innovate for most of their attacks, then I will not do that character. Please keep that in mind before you start requesting literally every character under the sun. That, of course, will not be a problem for Goku, as he's been in quite a number of video games over the years, even more than half the roster that's actually in Smash. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the Tailed Child. Being a budding martial artist, Goku of course will utilize his knowledge in fighting with moves and attacks that he learned from his many masters. He would also utilize his main weapon that was given to him by his late adopted grandfather, the Power Pole, a magical staff that can change its size on Goku's command. Goku's jab would mimic a basic attack that he had in the game Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure. It would be a kind of makeshift 4-hit jab. The first hit would actually be 2 automatic attacks, with Goku punching twice with one hand. The second hit would have Goku punch with his other fist, and the final hit would have Goku swing his power pole forwards vertically from high to low. Goku's dash attack would be a lunging elbow charge, another attack from Advanced Adventure. His side tilt would have Goku swing his pole forwards in a helicopter motion, yet another attack from Advanced Adventure. This attack would hit multiple times before launching foes with the last hit. His up tilt would be a 2-hit attack that would have Goku poke his power pole forwards towards the ground, then swing it vertically upwards. This is an attack that Goku does in the Dragon Ball game Revenge of King Piccolo. The down tilt will be a low to the ground 360 sweeping spin kick from Advanced Adventure. The side smash would have Goku thrust his power pole forwards at a slight angle, and have the pole extend as he does. The length of the power pole would be determined by how long the smash is charged for. The longer the charge, the longer the power pole would extend. At full charge, it would be able to extend about as far as Simon's whip attacks. This is yet another move from Advanced Adventure. Also from Advanced Adventure, the up smash would have Goku spin the power pole overhead in a helicopter motion horizontally. This is another attack that would have an extended horizontal range the longer the attack is charged, but its vertical distance wouldn't be very good. And the down smash would have Goku spin once on the ground while his power pole is out. And once again, its range increases if the smash is charged longer. This move comes from Revenge of King Piccolo. Goku's neutral air would be a quick underhook kick from Advanced Adventure. His forward air would have him swing the power pole forwards vertically from high to low, also from Advanced Adventure. The back air would have Goku swing the power pole horizontally backwards. This is an attack from the game Dragon Ball Origins on the DS. I had never even heard of this game before I started making this moveset. Has anyone else? Yeah, anyway. His up air would have Goku punch upwards twice with both hands one at a time. This attack comes from Revenge of King Piccolo. And his down air would be a dropping downwards kick from Advanced Adventure, though it wouldn't gain as much horizontal distance as it did in the GBA game. Goku would grab with both hands and pummel foes with his rock-hard head. Don't worry, there's not much in there that he needs to worry about. The forward throw would have Goku attack the foe with a barrage of kicks, then headbutt them away. An attack from the game with a mouthful of a name: Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. The back throw would have Goku latch the foe onto the power pole, swing them overhead, and slam them into the ground behind. This throw would turn Goku around to make follow-ups a little easier. The up throw would just be a quick uppercut to send foes into the air. This references something you can do with Advanced Adventure during the one-on-one fights where the fighters can send their opponents into the air, then follow them up for aerial combo strings before sending them back down to the ground. Just like in Advanced Adventure, this throw has very little end lag, allowing Goku to make quick and easy follow-ups. And the down throw would have Goku suplex the foe into the ground, bouncing them into the air. This is an attack that Goku can use in Revenge of King Piccolo. You are actually crazy if you think that Goku's neutral special attack should be anything else except for his signature Kamehameha, which he learned from his first teacher, Master Roshi. For Smash, the Kamehameha could work like its iteration in Advanced Adventure, having it being able to be charged in stages. Holding the neutral special button down would have Goku start to charge the attack up, and as soon as the button is released, he shoots the wave straight forwards. Goku can move around as he charges it, so think of it working like the Mega Buster in the Mega Man games. He can also hold the charge for as long as he wants, but he can also cancel the charge completely by using any of the dodges. But if you do cancel it, you gotta start the charge all over again. The aura has 4 stages that it can be charged, with an aura surrounding Goku to signify what stage it's been charged to, with the aura getting bigger for the stronger stages. Just tapping the button, or barely letting it charge at all, would be stage 1, which would have Goku shoot a small fireball that only moves at a decent speed, about as fast as Wolf's Blaster to give a comparison, and it would travel about as far. Goku would have no aura for this stage. The second stage would require about 3 seconds of charging to reach. It would have Goku shoot another fireball, but it would be stronger, faster, larger, and would travel farther than stage 1. It would travel about the distance of the whole Final Destination stage. The third stage would require about 8 seconds of charging, and would have Goku fire a thin laser beam. It would technically be thinner than stage 2, but it would travel double the distance and would be about as strong. It would also be able to hit multiple times if foes get caught in it, unlike the fireballs, which could only hit once. And the final, most powerful stage would take a whopping 15 seconds to charge. Goku would fire a full power Kamehameha laser beam. It would be the largest in size, the most powerful, being able to KO foes even at lower damage percents, and it's pretty much guaranteed to travel full screen, even on some of the largest stages. That fourth stage may seem busted, but good luck actually getting that full charge during the chaos of a Smash match, especially considering that if you get hit while charging, you lose the charge. Goku's side special would be one of the first techniques that he's ever learned in his life from his grandfather, the rock, scissors, and paper technique. It's a move where Goku will strike at his opponent while making a hand gesture that corresponds with whichever word he yells out from the game Rock, Paper, Scissors. For those who somehow have never played the game Rock, Paper, Scissors, Rock is a closed fist, Paper is an open hand, and Scissors holds out the index and middle fingers only. For Smash, this attack would work similarly to Marth's Dancing Blade's side special, having Goku be able to hit up to 3 times with differing effects depending on controller input. The first hit will always be Rock. From there, the player can choose one of 3 options for the second 2 hits, with the third hit always causing the largest knockback. As for what each input is, pressing to the side again after the first hit will have Goku use Rock again, which deals the highest damage of the 3 hits. Pressing down special after the first hit is the Scissor hit, which causes opponents to be briefly stunned, which will last longer if the foe is at higher damage percents. This is the weakest of the hits. And pressing up special after the first hit will be the paper hit, which will cause a brief flinch effect on foes. The flinch will last for the same amount of time regardless of damage, so it's better to use if your opponent's at lower percents. The player, of course, does not have to use all 3 hits. They can stop the attacks after the first or second hit by simply not putting in another input before they execute. So they can very easily take advantage of the effects from scissors and paper by canceling the attack before using the 3rd hit if the player so wished. Using this attack effectively based on the situation of the battle is what would allow this technique to be used at its best, just like playing a game of rock, paper, scissors. Goku's up special would have him utilize his power pole for a power pole extension. As I stated prior, Goku can have the power pole extend to any incredible length, and before he learned to fly, he used it quite often to give himself a bird's eye view of things. For Smash, if this special is used on the ground, Goku would extend the power pole while holding onto the top and raise straight upwards very quickly, damaging foes in Goku's way as he goes up. The button can be held down to have the pole extend even longer, allowing Goku to go pretty high. When Goku reaches the peak of the pole's extension, and if the player continues to hold the button down, he'll just hang there at the top of the pole. When the button is let go, or automatically after 5 seconds, Goku will shorten the pole back down and then jump into any direction based on controller input for some extra height. Goku's body will be a hitbox as he jumps, but he will go into freefall when the animation ends. If the power pole is extended while Goku is in the air, even if he's not above a stage, he'll remain suspended in the spot where he activated the move as the power pole extends straight downwards until it hits the stage or the imaginary ground below the blast zone. This would be hilarious to see on stages where there obviously is no ground, like for space levels and whatnot. After the animation ends where Goku is hanging on the pole, it would continue just like it would if he used the attack on the ground, being able to jump off in an attempt to recover. This move would be better to use if Goku was at least on level with the stage, because if he goes too low, he's not making it back. Now yes, I know that some people would probably argue that the up special should be his Flying Nimbus, which, yeah, is a more obvious choice for an up special, and it could be. I just personally like the power pole idea more. Now for Goku's down special, strap in folks, because I made this one kinda complicated. I think it should be the After Image Strike. It's a move where the user moved so fast that they leave a hologram of themselves in the place where they moved from. It was used as a means of confusing opponents and making them attack in the wrong place, or to disorient foes in general. For Smash, this special can act as a teleport, counter, and trap all at once. Using the down special will have Goku quickly jump backwards from wherever he is, whether on the ground or in the air, and he'll leave an after image of himself doing random poses, whether serious or goofy. Now, what the after image does depends on how long the button was held down when Goku spawned the after image, like how Ryu and Ken use different attacks depending on whether the player quickly taps the button or holds it down for a little bit. If the button is quickly tapped, the after image left behind won't do anything. It'll just sit there and foes can just walk through it. I'll refer to these as fake images. It's the after image spawned when the button is held down that's a little more threatening. If a foe gets too close to one of these after images, Goku will automatically teleport from wherever he is and attack the foe. When this happens, said after image will disappear. I'll refer to these as counter images. Goku can leave up to 2 after images on screen at a time. If he tries to make a third one, the oldest image will automatically just disappear. But one of them has to be a fake image. He can only have 1 counter image on screen at a time. He is able to have 2 fake images on screen at a time though. Goku is also able to manually teleport to the spot of the last after image that he spawned, fake or counter, but only by using the same input to create another counter image while a counter image is already on the field. He can also only manually teleport while standing on the ground. He can't do so while in the air. He can only teleport while airborne if an opponent activates a counter image. Every after image that Goku spawns will automatically disappear after 10 seconds or whenever Goku is KO'd.
Every bit of my power is inside this fist!
I'll reflect that attack right back at you!
Pierce strike! Ha!
Goku's final smash would have him use his ultimate move, the Super Dragon Fist. This would be a cinematic final smash that would have Goku charge straight forwards, and a single foe hit by him would be pulled into the smash, where it would play out just like it did when Goku used it to finish off the evil King Piccolo, where he launches himself into the air with a Kamehameha wave, then punches straight through the foe with a powerful Ozoro charged punch. Though it wouldn't look nearly as graphic as it did when he used it on the Demon King, don't worry. This final smash would deal a very large amount of damage before launching that single foe away, and if it leaves the foe with more than 100% of damage, it's an automatic KO. Goku's default outfit would have him in his signature orange gi from the Turtle School. He'll have an alternate outfit where he wears his original indigo colored gi that he wore at the very beginning of his adventure. His first alternate color will have him in the Turtle School gi with a darker red color, in reference to the original color of the Turtle gi in the early anime before it was finalized with the more traditional orange that we see nowadays. The first alternate color with Goku's original gi would give it a yellow color, in reference to the original gi worn by Goku's best friend, Krillin. The second alternate color with the turtle gi would make it white, in reference to when Goku wore a sleeveless shirt while training with Master Roshi before he was given the orange gi. The second alt with the original gi would make it pink and Goku's hair would be blue, in reference to Bulma, the first person Goku ever met after his grandfather passed away. If it weren't for Bulma, Goku would probably still be living in those mountains alone to this very day. The last alternate color in the turtle gi is an ironic one. It would be in the green colors of the Crane School, the sworn rivals of the Turtle School. And the final color for the original gi is the only one I can find that would actually reference something exclusive to a video game. It would make Goku's gi a pale orange and his hair light brown. This references to how Goku appeared in the game Dragon Ball Shenron no Nazu, the very first Dragon Ball game on the NES. Goku's stage entrance would have him fly in on his flying Nimbus, of course. His first taunt would have him do a peace sign forwards, an animation in Advanced Adventure when Goku wins one-on-one fights. His second taunt would have him spin his arms in circles to stretch it and ask,
Give up yet?
The spinning arm references his intro animation for one-on-one fights in Advanced Adventure, and him saying give up yet references his taunt in the game Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. And his final taunt would have him do a single jump, then strike this pose, a reference to the winning animation Goku does when he completes levels in Shenron no Nazu. And for Goku's victory animations, his first would have him jump up and down excitedly while the 7 Dragon Balls circle around him, a reference to Dragon Ball Origins when Goku completes a level. His second would have him holding his stomach and complaining about being hungry, a victory animation Goku has in Budokai 3. And his final victory animation would have him swing his power pole overhead, then pose it next to himself while saying,
Wow, you were really strong! We gotta do this again!
a victory animation Goku has in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And that does it for Goku if he were to ever become a fighter for Smash. Which we all know is never gonna happen. So now, as you can see, I am very willing to give characters who don't originate from video games a Smash moveset. But please just know that this is going to be a once in a blue moon thing. I would much rather stick to characters who originated from video games for the most part. And also remember, if you do request a non-video game character, they have to have at least been in a video game. And they need to have enough to them from the games they're in to the point where I won't need to innovate their moves too much, or preferably at all. So, now that you know that, if you...
Vegeta! What does the scouter say about his subscriber level?
It's over 9,000!
Seriously though, I cannot thank you all enough for your support. I plan to keep things going strong so we can get those numbers even higher. And I also want to give a huge thanks to Stickmaster500 for giving me a shout out and boosting me to his viewers. I want to welcome every newcomer to my channel and hope you enjoy even more of my work to come. So as such, if any of you have a character you'd like to request to be given a possible Smash moveset, leave a comment down below. Or contact me on Twitter at BrawlFan1 on Twit. I hope you all enjoyed and have a happy April Fool's Day, folks!